Welcome, brave adventurers, to the dark and twisted world of Diablo Immortal. The air crackles with demonic energy, and the ground trembles beneath the weight of ancient evils. But fear not, for today we delve into the heart of Sanctuary's nightmares. Today, we count down the top 5 Helliquary bosses that will test your mettle and haunt your dreams. Steel yourselves, heroes, for these are the creatures that will push you to the very brink. Only the most skilled, the most determined, will survive to tell the tale. Their names are whispered in hushed tones, their legends passed down through generations of demon slayers. Are you ready to face them? I'm the classic and retro gamer. Let's get slaying. Our descent into darkness begins with a tempest of fire and fury. Lasalle, the flame spun, a creature born of molten rage, his very presence seems to warp the air around him, a shimmering heat haze preceding his terrible form. His eyes burn with the intensity of 1,000 forges, reflecting the countless souls he's dragged screaming into the abyss. Lasalle is a master of the inferno, wielding hellfire with terrifying precision. He commands rivers of molten rock, each eruption a symphony of destruction. But Lasalle's true terror lies not just in his raw power, but in his relentless assault. He is a whirlwind of fire and fury, an unstoppable force that will test the limits of your endurance. Dodging his attacks becomes a desperate dance, a frantic scramble for survival as the very ground beneath your feet threatens to erupt. And when he unleashes his ultimate attack, a cataclysmic explosion of fire that consumes the entire arena, you'll understand true fear, yet hope remains. For within Lasalle's fiery heart lies a vulnerability, a flicker of weakness that a skilled hero can exploit. Learn his patterns, anticipate his movements, and find the strength to withstand his fiery wrath. Only then, when you've stared into the heart of the inferno and emerged unbroken, can you claim victory over Lasalle, the flamespun. But know this, adventurer. Even in death, his legend will burn bright, a searing reminder of the price of victory against the darkness. From the searing heat, we ascend to a realm of chilling cold, a place where hope withers and dies beneath the gaze of Vitath, the shivering death. Where Lasalle burns with fiery rage, Vitath is a specter of glacial fury. Her very presence chills you to the bone, a harbinger of a cold so profound, it threatens to extinguish your very soul. Her eyes, cold and merciless as the abyss, seem to pierce your very being, seeing into the depths of your fears. Vitath commands the power of ice with terrifying grace. She summons blizzards that tear through the battlefield, each snowflake a tiny shard of death. But Vitath's true power lies not just in her chilling touch, but in her ability to drain the very warmth from your soul. She commands legions of frost-touched horrors, each one eager to feast on the warmth of living flesh. And when she unleashes her ultimate attack, a wave of absolute zero that freezes everything in its path, you'll know true despair. Yet hope remains, for within Vitath's icy heart lies a flicker of vulnerability, a glimmer of warmth that a cunning hero can exploit. Master the elements, find warmth amidst the cold, and strike with precision and speed. Only then, when you've weathered the storm and shattered the icy grip of despair, can you claim victory over Vitath, the shivering death. Even in death, her chill lingers, a haunting reminder of the icy embrace that awaits us all. From the frozen wastes, we descend into a cavern of gnashing teeth and insatiable hunger, a place ruled by primal instinct and the raw, untamed power of Gorgothra, the Claimer. This is no demon of fire or ice, but something far more ancient, far more primal. Gorgothra is a force of nature given monstrous form, a walking embodiment of consumption and destruction. Its body a grotesque tapestry of muscle and bone. Its eyes, 2 burning embers of primal hunger, reflect an insatiable desire to consume all that stands before it. Gorgothra is a creature of pure, unadulterated might. It cares nothing for strategy or finesse, relying instead on brute strength and an unyielding hunger. But Gorgothra's true terror lies not just in its raw physicality, but in its ability to regenerate, to mend its wounds even as you inflict them. Each victory feels fleeting, each blow met with renewed ferocity, and when it unleashes its ultimate attack, a devastating charge that shakes the very foundations of the chamber, you'll understand the true meaning of helplessness. Survival becomes a matter of inches, a desperate scramble to avoid being crushed beneath its immense bulk. Yet hope remains, for even in its primal rage, Gorgothra is not without weakness. Exploit its blind spots, strike with precision and cunning, and remember that even the mightiest of beasts can be brought low. Its hunger is never truly sated, and somewhere in the darkness another claimer waits to be unleashed. From the crushing depths, we claw our way to a realm of decay and disease, a place where life itself withers and dies under the gaze of Drepsai, the Blight Spewer. Forget the immediate threat of fire or frost, of tooth and claw. Drepsai is a horror that festers and grows, a creeping dread that infects your very being. He is the embodiment of decay, a walking plague upon flesh, a canvas of pustules and sores, each one weeping with virulent toxins. Its eyes, two glowing orbs of malevolent sickness, seem to see into the very essence of your being, seeking out weakness to exploit. Drepsai is a master of poison and disease, wielding them with terrifying efficiency. He blankets the battlefield in noxious fumes, each breath a gamble against a swift and agonizing death. But Drepsai's true terror lies not just in his deadly toxins, but in his ability to corrupt and control. He commands legions of plague-ridden creatures, each one a vector for his disease, eager to spread his debilitating touch. And when he unleashes his ultimate attack, a wave of pure pestilence that washes over the battlefield, you'll feel the very life drained from your body. Yet hope remains. For even in the face of such overwhelming corruption, there are those who possess the fortitude to resist. Seek out the antidotes, cleanse the poisons that flow through the battlefield, and never, ever give in to despair. Only then, when you've purged the pestilence and emerged from the heart of decay, can you claim victory. The taint of corruption lingers long after the battle is over, a grim reminder of the fragility of life and the ever-present threat of decay. And at last, we come to the heart of the nightmare, to the embodiment of all that is twisted and wrong. A creature born from the darkest corners of your subconscious, given form in the world. This is Izalek, the Misshapen. Forget the primal fury of beasts, the cold calculation of demons. Izalek is something far more unsettling, far more insidious. It is a creature of pure chaos, a being whose very existence defies the natural order. A grotesque amalgamation of flesh and bone, stitched together in a macabre parody of creation. Izalek is a creature of unpredictable power, its very form in constant flux. It shifts and contorts, launching attacks that defy logic and reason, each strike a violation of the natural order. But Izalek's true terror lies not just in its grotesque form, but in its ability to warp and distort reality itself. The very walls of the chamber seem to writhe and pulse with a life of their own, and the air crackles with an unsettling energy that frays at the edges of your sanity. And when it unleashes its ultimate attack, a cacophony of flesh and bone and madness, you'll feel your grip on reality begin to slip. The line between nightmare and waking blurs, and you'll question your very sanity. Yet, hope remains. For even in the face of such madness, there is a glimmer of order, a thread of reason that can be clung to. Master the chaos,
so
anticipate the unpredictable, and never ever let go of your sanity. Only then, when you've stared into the abyss of madness and emerged unbroken, can you claim victory over Izalek, the Misshapen. The scars of this battle run deeper than flesh and bone, a chilling reminder that some horrors are best left undisturbed. These are the Helliquary bosses that will push you to your limits and beyond. They are the nightmares that haunt the edges of Sanctuary, the ever-present threat that lurks in the shadows. But you, brave adventurers, are the shield that stands against the darkness. Prepare yourself for the darkness that awaits in Diablo Immortal. Hone your skills, gather your allies, and steel your resolve. The fate of Sanctuary rests in your hands. Until next time, stay vigilant and may the light guide your path. I'm the classic and retro gamer. Let's go slay some demons.